Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Ringside Toe to Toe, a boxing podcast exclusive to SkySports.com and iTunes. I'm Ross Thompson Jenkins and joined as always by Spencer Fearon. Coming up on the show this week, we welcome Isaac Chamberlain to the show. We also hear from Ricky Hatton on his recent world title glory. Tony Bellew takes us for a walk on the beach. It's good luck, man. Just over a fortnight to go now until the Sky box office fight between Tony Bellew and David Haye. I visited the Bomber last week at his training camp in Rotherham and Liverpool, and he took me for a romantic stroll along Crosby Beach. It's not Miami, is it?
It's not exactly Miami, but it's the best I've got round here. So you know, it's Crosby Marina. It's lovely. The fresh air, the rays. I'm getting the sun, the sun and the cold all in one. It's not, but it's a lovely place. You know, it's quiet. It's the way I like it, and you know, once again I'm alone as usual. So that's just the way I am when I'm in camp, and I don't need any clowns around me. I don't need any celebrities attaching themselves to me. I just want to work, and I just want to get the best out of myself that I can possibly get. And by being in camp and being alone and pushing myself to the most I can get out of myself, that's what I do. And we'll see, mate.
What does it mean for you to be a Scouser?
Yeah, I just try and, represent my city in the best way that I can. I'll never forget where I'm from. I'll never forget the kind of person that I am and what's made me. And I'm a Scouser through and through. People can... You know, you've seen both ends of the spectrum today. You've seen me trying to look smart and trying to do the right thing and you know, get dressed up, but ultimately, I don't know, people will always look at me as a scally in a tracksuit. And that stigma kind of sticks. It's only when you see me on TV when I'm doing my commentary or talking that they see me as something else. Now that I've grown my hair a bit as well, I'm looked upon as a little bit representable, a little bit better, but ultimately I'm the same lad, laughing, joking. I love playing pranks on my mates, having a laugh and a joke, and I love nothing more than being a dad and an alright boyfriend to her. So I'm just happy doing what I'm doing, mate. I'm a normal lad. What makes you tick makes me tick. You know, I'm the exact same as I've ever been.
Isaac, we were just talking then about keeping your feet on the ground and everything. So, would you be David Haye in Miami or Tony Bellew in the cold of England?
Tony Bellew in the cold of England all day long. You know, that's just how I am, to be honest. You know, that kind of mentality will get you a long way as well. You know, to keep.
Why can't you be Tony Bellew in Miami, in the warmth, in the heat?
I think it's you know what we're trying to get at.
Yeah, man. Stop trying to expense, man.
Perhaps David Haye isn't the most grounded of fighters.
Is grounded?
David
Haye not grounded?
No.
Why? Why would you say that he's not grounded? I'm
curious. Around celebrities all the time, and
what? But celebrities. Wait a minute. David Haye never cracked Hollywood. Tony Bellew's the one that made the movie, right?
Yeah, but
with Sylvester Stallone.
Just look at the way he acts, isn't it?
Who?
The way he acts.
What?
Bellew. I mean, sorry, Haye.
Well, how does he act?
He's just acting as if, you know, if he's go on his Instagram story, you see he's always in the flipping clubs and stuff and nighttime beaches and jacuzzis, and he's at the yacht. Is it a yacht? Boat?
Yeah, yacht clubs, yeah. Right, but don't you think that's just him just trying to wind up people? Well, obviously, David Haye must be training right now.
Oh, yeah,
because let me tell you, if he's not, and he comes in subpar thinking that this is going to be a walk in the park, he's going to be gravely mistaken. And you know, Ross, because you were in the gym with Tony Bellew, and you know how serious he is. I just think when it comes to someone like David Haye, that he gets a persona that is sometimes wrongly attributed to him because the guy does train hard. Trust me, he trains hard.
He trains hard, but is it easier to have your head turned when you're surrounding yourself with the people that he's surrounding himself? And I'm only playing devil's advocate because I haven't seen it firsthand.
But what I'm trying to say to you, champ, is this. With somebody like David Haye, when you look on people who are into this celebrity nonsense, right? When he is actually a humble kid from Bermondsey originally, then it makes me wonder. I don't like people who want to be ingratiatory or to hire celebrities like, oh yeah, look who's around me now and this is my picture with this person. I don't like people like that at all. I don't. Even though I'm
I've
guilty of
seen
it
you,
myself.
I was going to say, I've seen you.
Right.
Calzaghe Hopkins, I remember being on the back row. I was working for the PA at the time, and we were all stood by the VIP entrance, and Simon Cowell was walking in, and you were like, hey, pal,
Yeah. You were around 2008, yes. Yeah. Oh, my word.
I thought, who's this guy? He knows all the main players.
I do.
I didn't realise you were just a blagger.
No. Ed, you hear the Libby? You hear the Libby? And you're laughing at this. Saying black. Let's get this right now, right? From the environment of where I've come from, right? When I go to the gym that Isaac trains at, I get mad love. Reason why? Because it's sitting like from where I've come from to what I'm doing now. Right? So therefore, that's not black. What David Haye does, that's not a black neither. But listen, you see how I roll? People know me. All I need is the love of my family and I'm cool. I mean, and the love of you as well.
And that's what Tony Bellew says.
And listen, and the next thing, you see, like with Tony Bellew, that's why I love Tony Bellew. Because, like I'm saying, Tony Bellew is real. But he's real, but he's also wiggy wig. What you see is what you get. That is Tony Bellew. You need any help? Tony Bellew's the guy. If you had down to your last $5 in your pocket and you said, Tony, I need a tenner, he'd give it to you. And it could be his last £10. That's the guy. He's real.
Isaac, just one thing we didn't hear on that interview, but I did ask him, is whether this fight has been marketed. There's been some chat about it in the media, but not a lot, about whether it's a north-south thing, because obviously it's a Scouser against a Londoner. Do you see it as that at all, or do you think there's plenty of people down south backing Tony to win?
Yeah, I think there's plenty of people down south backing Tony, but I think because
there's more people in South London that want Tony Bellew to win than David Haye to win. Yeah, but that's the truth.
I think the Matchroom are trying to build it like that as well because of O'Hara Davies and Derry Matthews as well as a north versus south thing. So I kind of think they're trying to build it like that.
Right, Paulie Malignaggi's also in action on that night when he takes on Sam Eggington, and the Magic Man is out to prove his doubters wrong.
What have you got planned for the UK fans this time then?
I don't know. I want to put on my best performance possible. I know I'm fighting one of their own, so I understand that a big part of the crowd will be supporting Jenkins, but I hope I can just give the best performance possible, a little razzmatazz, a little showmanship, obviously be the best boxer I can be and win the fight. I would like to leave a lasting impression on my boxing career and especially on the UK fans, because you never know if I'll fight there again. Whether I continue after this or not, you just don't know if you're going to return. And I cherish every time I go over there, man. The ovation I get, the support I get, just the reception I get from those fans is something special. And I understand it may be a little bit different this time because of the hometown fighter that I'm fighting, but at the end of the day, I know even if they're not with me, I know they're still giving me that respect and that love, and I hope I can give them at least a little bit of a show one last time.
You've made a career of fighting the best and ducking nobody, and now you're in the young lion. How are you going to get through this one?
Yeah, it's funny because everybody that's beaten me has been either a world champion or a past world champion, so I haven't lost to this kind of fighter, so I would like to keep that reputation going where, you have to be among the best to fight me, to beat me. Eggington, I'm not saying he can't be among the best, but I just feel like right now, from what I've seen of him, he's definitely an improving fighter, but he's a little bit rough around the edges, a little bit raw, and I feel like a lot of my veteran skills and intelligence in there, my ability to know what I've got going on in the ring, can really carry me through in a fight where there's a young lion in there. A lot of times it's not always a matter of will, but it's a matter of skill. And Sam Eggington has a lot of will, but I think I have more of him, more than enough to beat him in the skills department. So I think he's gonna have to try to make up for it with a lot of effort, a lot of will, and I've got to prove that it's more so a matter of skill on March the 4th. I still believe I am the best fighter, even at 36 years old, that Sam Eggington's ever faced in his life, and Sam Eggington is nowhere near the best fighter that I've ever faced in my life. Granted, I will admit, maybe I'm not the same fighter I was, but I will say this, I have more than enough left. I see what I have in the gym. People talk about, I saw Eggington's trainer saying, he's fighting the tallest fighter he has ever fought. He's fighting a big, tall fighter. Vyacheslav Shevchenko was a big, tall fighter. He was very tall. I bet you Vyacheslav Shevchenko was taller than Sam Eggington. He was a monster. You know what I mean? So I don't care about height. I don't care about physical presence. I don't care about physical prowess. I don't care about anything. It really comes down to fight night. If you can fight on fight night, you'll get my respect. If you can't fight on fight night, I'll still respect you, but I'm going to throw you a beating. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it has nothing to do. None of that physical stuff matters to me. I've seen it all. I've done it all in this boxing career that I've had. You're not gonna intimidate me with a guy's this tall, or a guy's this young, or a guy throws this many punches. I fought them all. Juan Diaz threw a lot of punches. Vyacheslav Lomachenko was very tall. Miguel Cotto punched very hard. I've seen them all shapes and sizes, all kinds of styles. It doesn't matter to me. On March the 4th, I'm going to see another fighter in front of me who's going to be young, he's going to be hungry, he's going to come to bring it. But I've already got 43 professional fights, and a lot of them against the best in the world. There's nothing Sam Egan is going to show me on March 4th that I haven't seen already. It's just a matter of me doing my job and making sure that I have enough to take care of him.
I like this Paulie, my lad.
I could listen to him all the time. Every day I could listen to Paulie. Paulie, my lad. Paulie, listen to me, brother. Make a motivational video. You just get me hyped. I'm hyped right now.
I was going to say, if I was like an X Factor judge, I was thinking, halfway through that interview, I was thinking, he ain't got this no more. He's coming over here just to get paid. By the end, I'm like, yeah!
Yeah, Sam Egan's still going to beat him, though, you know?
Yeah.
I reckon that Sam. I just think it's timing. And if you look on, oh man, do you remember the hard fight that he had with Cotto? He fought with a busted jaw. What was that, 2006? Right?
Long time.
Right, a long time ago now, right? Busted jaw, he carried on fighting, you know what I mean, the Ricky Hatton fight, the Amir Khan fight, you know what I mean? They're hard fights, right? But then there's certain times where, like the Juan Diaz fight, where he schooled Juan Diaz and they tried to bump him and then he gets the return. You know what I mean? He schools Zab Judah. Schools Zab Judah, right? Even though they're both long in the tooth then, but he schools him. So, you know what I mean? I really like Paulie Malignaggi. I really, really do like the guy. But I just think everything's about timing. And Sam Egan did impress me in his last performance. That was impressive. But you know what? Maybe Paulie's still got something left, but I think that Father Time's going to play a role.
Isaac, should he be thinking about hanging him up by now?
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing more to prove, you know, and this fight is going to be pretty interesting simply because Sam Egan's style is like a pressure fighter, non-stop, doesn't stop coming, and can you keep up with that pace and that conditioning at that age?